1,000-pound sisters, family in distress over Adam Hunter's new decision. Adam Hunter of the TLC reality show 1,000-Pound Sisters has made a big decision. He no longer wants to be with either Amy or Tammy. Not only that, Adam has also announced that he wants to leave the show. The whole family was shocked by Adam's sudden decision. Everyone tried to convince him, "Adam, don't do this. Don't leave us." But Adam's answer was clear. "I won't listen to anyone. I will make my own decisions about my life." His stubbornness and stubborn attitude have created anxiety in the family. Everyone is worried. This separation could shake not only the relationship, but also the balance of the entire family. Now it remains to be seen whether Adam will really leave the show or will he stay, melting in the love of his family? Only time will tell. The Kentucky summer heat hung heavy in the air, but inside the Sllayton household, it was something else causing the rising tension. Adam Hunter's decision had shattered the fragile calm the family had built. Adam, once a stabilizing force between Amy and Tammy Sllayton, had always been more than just a partner. He was the silent glue holding together a family already torn by emotional struggles, weight battles, and the constant pressure of life under reality TV's microscope. But now, Adam had made it clear. "I'm done," he said, his voice emotionless, as cameras rolled during what was supposed to be a light-hearted family cookout. "I'm not staying with Amy. I'm not staying with Tammy. I'm not even staying on the show." Amy dropped the spatula from her hand. Tammy stared at him in disbelief. "What are you talking about?" Amy said, stepping forward. "You love us, both of us. You've always said family is everything." Adam shook his head. "Family doesn't mean losing yourself. I've given everything I could. I've been your support, your friend, your peacemaker. But I don't know who I am anymore." Behind the cameras, the producers exchanged nervous glances. This was real, too real. No script could fix what was happening. Inside the house, the rest of the family gathered. Amanda paced the living room. Gage and Glenn played on the floor, unaware of the storm brewing around them. "He's just tired," Misty said. "He's been through a lot." But Chris wasn't so forgiving. "Tired or not, you don't just walk away. Not when people love you." Later that evening, Adam sat alone on the back porch, staring into the dark woods. Tammy joined him, her face softer than usual. "You're scared," she said. "But we all are. That's what being a family is. We don't leave when it's hard, we lean in." Adam sighed. "I don't want to hurt anyone, but I'm tired of being pulled in two directions. I try to help, but I can't keep sacrificing my peace." Tammy placed a hand on his shoulder. "Then stop sacrificing. Start sharing. Let us help you for once." The next morning, Amy left a note by Adam's bed. "You don't have to stay for us. But if there's still love in your heart, let us show you that you're not alone. You never were." That note stayed with Adam as he packed his things. But just as he reached for his suitcase, he paused. Downstairs, the family sat together, not filming, not performing, just waiting. However, it had been months since Tammy Sllayton started a long-distance relationship with her new boyfriend, Jason, whom she met online. Jason was from Las Vegas, a charming 36-year-old tattoo artist with a warm smile and an open mind. Unlike others, he never judged Tammy for her past or her weight. Their late-night video calls, inside jokes, and shared dreams built a deep emotional connection that made Tammy feel loved again. Now, Tammy was obsessed with one thing: visiting Jason in person. "I'm going to Vegas, Amy. I don't care what anyone says," Tammy declared, determination burning in her eyes as she sat on the couch with her sister. Amy, busy feeding baby Glenn, looked at her sister, half amused and half worried. "Girl, you know I love you, but Vegas ain't no short trip. That's a big deal. You sure you're ready for that?" Tammy sighed. "I've come a long way. I've lost weight. I'm more independent now. I even walked into Walmart last week without my chair." Amy nodded, impressed. "True. That was huge. But Vegas is like planes, hotels, walking, heat. And what if Jason's not who he says he is?" Tammy hesitated for a second, but then pulled out her phone. "I video chatted with him every day. He's real. He's sweet. And he said he'd even rent a special mobility van to pick me up from the airport. Amy gave her a side eye. I swear if this turns into some catfish episode, I'm calling Nevada. They both laughed, breaking the tension. Over the next few weeks, Tammy worked hard with her physical therapist. She focused on walking longer distances and learning how to manage in tighter spaces like airplane bathrooms. She also started planning the trip with Amy's help, checking flights, calling the airline about accommodations, and even buying new clothes for Vegas. The day of the trip came faster than expected. Tammy's family was nervous, but supportive. Even Chris came by to see her off. Don't gamble all your money on blackjack, he joked. And don't get married by Elvis unless you're sure. When Tammy landed in Las Vegas, the dry desert air hit her like a warm oven. She rolled out in her wheelchair, nervous and excited. There, standing by baggage claim with a bouquet of flowers, was Jason. He was even better looking in person, tall, with soft brown eyes and a contagious smile. Tammy, he called, opening his arms. Their hug was long and genuine. For the first time in years, Tammy felt like she was in a romantic movie. They drove through the Vegas Strip, lights flashing, music blasting, and the energy of the city buzzing all around them. The first 2 days were amazing: shows, casinos, dinners, and cuddles. But by the third day, reality started to kick in. Tammy struggled to keep up with the walking. The heat drained her energy. Jason tried to help, but she felt embarrassed. I thought I was ready, Tammy said one night, teary-eyed. But this city, it's too much. Jason knelt beside her. You're here. You came. That's everything to me. That night, he ordered room service, turned on her favorite movie, and sat beside her on the bed just holding her hand. When Tammy returned home a week later, Amy hugged her tightly. So, was it worth it? Tammy smiled. Absolutely. I found love and I found my next goal. I'm gonna keep working on myself so next time I can walk through that strip like a queen. Amy laughed. That's my sister. And from that moment, Tammy was more motivated than ever, not just for Jason, but for herself. Because for the first time in a long time, she believed she deserved happiness. However, it had been a few quiet months in Dixon, Kentucky. After the media storm surrounding Tammy Sllayton's marriage and its dramatic end, she had taken time away from the spotlight. Living back at home and focusing on her health, Tammy was trying to rebuild her life with support from her sister Amy. But no one expected what was coming next. One day in early spring, Tammy posted a cryptic TikTok video. It showed her smiling, with a heart emoji and a mysterious male voice in the background. Fans immediately went into a frenzy. Who is he? Tammy's glowing new man? Amy's going to freak out. The man's name was Philip, a 38-year-old truck driver from Nashville, Tennessee. They met through a mutual friend on Facebook, and after weeks of late-night calls and video chats, Philip made the drive to Kentucky to meet Tammy in person. He was tall, with a full beard, kind blue eyes, and a southern drawl. But what really caught Amy's attention was that Philip seemed normal. Amy, always the protective sister, was skeptical at first. Tammy, girl, you just got out of a toxic marriage. You sure you want to jump back into all this again? Tammy rolled her eyes. Amy, I ain't dumb. Philip ain't like the others. He listens. He don't judge me. And he's been sober for 4 years. Still, Amy wasn't convinced. She decided to invite Philip over for dinner, with the cameras rolling, of course. The evening started well. Philip brought flowers for both sisters, complimented Amy's cooking, and even helped Gage, Amy's son, put together a puzzle. But halfway through dinner, Amy brought up the elephant in the room. So, Philip, she said with her usual bluntness, are you here because you like Tammy, or because you like attention? Philip didn't flinch. Honestly, I didn't even know y'all had a TV show till Tammy told me. I like her 'cause she's real. Yeah, she's been through some rough stuff. But I see the fighter in her. I want to be there for that. Amy was speechless for once. With Philip around, things started to change for Tammy. He joined her during walks, helped prep healthy meals, and even attended therapy sessions with her. For the first time in years, Tammy began to believe she deserved love, real love. But the internet wasn't so kind. Critics online were quick to call Philip a clout chaser or another feeder. Trolls flooded Tammy's page with warnings and insults. She clapped back. I know what I'm doing. Y'all don't know Philip like I do. Still, doubt crept in. Amy couldn't help herself. She began digging into Philip's past. What she found was both surprising and a little heartbreaking. Philip had lost his sister to an eating disorder years ago. Since then, he had become an advocate for body positivity and addiction recovery. He even volunteered at a local rehab center. Amy finally realized maybe this guy really was different. 3 months later, on a warm summer evening, Philip planned a surprise picnic in the backyard of Tammy's house. With fairy lights strung up and Gage holding a ring box, Philip got down on one knee. But Tammy didn't say yes. Instead, she smiled, took his hands, and said, Not yet. Let's keep loving each other without rushing. Let's keep healing. Together. Philip kissed her forehead. That's all I ever wanted. Amy and Tammy sat on the porch a few nights later, sipping sweet tea and watching the fireflies. You know, Amy said, nudging her sister, I still don't trust him 100%. But I see the way you smile now. And that's worth something. Tammy laughed. Girl, you'll be the first to know if he messes up. But right now, I'm happy. As the camera zoomed out, the sisters, stronger, wiser, and closer than ever, looked forward to what came next. Because for the Sllayton sisters, the journey was never just about weight. It was always about living. However, the sun was just beginning to set over the small town of Dixon, Kentucky, casting a golden hue over the familiar streets. At the Sllayton sisters' home, the atmosphere was buzzing with nervous excitement. Tammy sat by the window, her hands fidgeting on her lap, eyes glued to the road. Her heart thudded loudly in her chest. He's really coming back, huh? Amy asked, leaning against the doorframe, holding baby Glenn in one arm and a bottle in the other. Tammy nodded slowly. Yeah. Jerry texted last night. Said he's 2 hours out. Amy raised an eyebrow, a mix of skepticism and concern in her eyes. You sure this is a good idea, sis? I mean, after everything? Tammy didn't answer right away. Jerry had left her heartbroken once. After months of dating and promises, he disappeared just when things got hard. But now he was claiming he'd changed, that he wanted to make things right. I need to find out for myself, Tammy finally said. I'm not the same person I was back then. I'm stronger now. If he's here for the right reasons, I'll know. An hour later, the sound of tires crunching on gravel jolted her from her thoughts. A silver truck pulled into the driveway, and out stepped Jerry, taller than she remembered, a little grayer, but with that same crooked smile. Tammy, he called out, spreading his arms. Tammy hesitated for just a second, then slowly made her way out the door. As she approached, Jerry looked emotional. Wow, he said, eyes watering. You look amazing. Tammy had lost more than 200 pounds since they last saw each other. She stood taller, spoke with more confidence, and carried herself like someone who'd fought hard to get her life back. I've been working on myself, she said simply. A lot's changed. Jerry nodded, looking genuinely impressed. I can see that. And I've been working on me too. I went to rehab, got clean, and been holding a steady job. I had to fix myself before I could come back to you. Amy, watching through the screen door, narrowed her eyes. She didn't trust Jerry, not yet. Later that evening, the three sat down to dinner. Jerry brought flowers for Tammy and a little stuffed toy for baby Glenn. He tried hard, made jokes, laughed with Amy, and even helped wash the dishes. But when Tammy and Jerry finally had a moment alone on the porch, things got real. Why now? She asked him, voice quiet. Why come back after all this time? Jerry looked away for a moment. Because I realized I loved you. And I didn't want to be another person who abandoned you when you needed love the most. I was scared back then, but now I'm not. I want to be in your life, if you'll let me. Tammy looked at him hard, searching for signs of dishonesty. But what she saw surprised her. A man who was broken once, but maybe healing, just like her. "I'm not promising anything," she said. "You've got to earn back my trust. But you can stay. For now." He smiled, a bit teary-eyed. "That's all I ask." Back inside, Amy stood with her arms crossed. "Don't think I won't be watching you like a hawk," she warned him. Jerry chuckled. "Fair enough, Amy." As the stars came out and the sisters sat on the porch with Jerry beside them, for the first time in a long while, Tammy felt hope. Maybe this wasn't a second chance at love. Maybe it was a second chance at life. However, it had been months since fans last saw Amy Sllayton in the spotlight. After a rough couple of years filled with personal challenges, heartbreak, and emotional breakdowns, Amy decided to take a step back, not just from the cameras, but from the noise of the world. What nobody knew was that Amy had been working silently, tirelessly, on a transformation that would shock everyone. The rumors started swirling after Tammy posted a cryptic video on TikTok saying, "Y'all ain't ready for what Amy's been up to." That one sentence set the internet on fire. Reddit threads popped up, fan theories exploded, and even TLC producers hinted that something big was coming. Then, on a sunny Saturday afternoon, Amy finally broke the silence with an Instagram Live video titled, "Reclaiming Me." The video opened with a close-up of Amy's smiling face, eyes brighter, cheeks slimmer, confidence radiating. She slowly backed away from the camera and revealed her full body. Gasps filled the comment section. Amy Sllayton, once over 400 pounds, had lost more than half her body weight. She now stood tall in a vibrant teal jumpsuit, her hair styled, makeup done, and glowing like never before. "Y'all," she began, holding back tears. "I did it. Not just for my kids. Not just for my family. I did it for me." Amy shared that after her second child was born, she reached a breaking point. Her health had begun to spiral again, and she feared she wouldn't live to see her boys grow up. "I looked in the mirror one day," she said, "and I didn't even recognize the person staring back. That's when I knew it was now or never." With the help of a new personal trainer, therapy, and a complete lifestyle overhaul, Amy committed to herself. She embraced walking every morning, adopted a clean but realistic diet, and even started journaling her emotions instead of turning to food. Tammy, who had gone through her own dramatic transformation, became Amy's biggest cheerleader. "She pushed me every single day," Amy said, looking at Tammy off camera. "We used to be each other's excuses. Now we're each other's strength." The video ended with a special teaser for the next season of 1,000 Pound Sisters, showing glimpses of Amy working out, laughing with her boys, and attending a stunning photo shoot in Nashville to celebrate her transformation. Back at the family home in Kentucky, Amy's mom, Darlene, couldn't hold back her pride. "I never thought I'd see this day," she said through tears in a confessional scene. "Amy's stronger than I ever gave her credit for." And as the screen faded to black, Amy's voice rang out. "To anyone out there feeling like it's too late, it's not. If I can do this, so can you. You're worth it." Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Mina. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel.